How's it going, guys? Welcome back to this week's video. Welcome to the channel if you're new. My name's Ash. This is my Astra VXR. This is the shed that I've built to work on said car, and this week we're going to be attempting to change the driver's side outer CV joint. So basically the reason for wanting to change this CV joint is because when I turn to the left I get a horrendous creaking noise, and it has just been gradually getting worse and worse. At first I thought it might have been the lower control arms, so I changed that out for some white line ones. Right then guys, that one is in, and obviously the white stuff is just the grease that you can see there. That one's in, and so is the pinch bolt, so it wasn't that, so I thought maybe it was top mounts. At the same point now that we were with the passenger side, this one, whilst it was still in situ, I held that like that and then turned the spanner and managed to crack it. It wasn't top mounts. I've refreshed all the suspension, so I'm pretty confident it's not that. So the next port of call really has got to be the CV joint. I did change the inner driver's side one, I think it was last year, but it was already making the noise at the time, and the noise is still there, and like I say, it's got worse. Here we have the side in question. Whip the wheel off, and I'll show you what we're going to be taking off. Having a bit of an ordeal here, guys. Now obviously I've taken off a lot more than what you'd normally have to, like the disc and everything else, but I was having trouble getting the this part of the shaft out of the hub in there. Now in there it is quite dirty, so we'll have to clean that out, see if we can get the light on it. You can just see in there there's a lot of dirt. I probably just pushed a lot of it out actually, but there's a lot of dirt in there, so that was difficult to get out. And yeah, so the next port of call will be disconnecting the split shaft at the back there, so we can get this shaft out, and then we can change this CV joint. There we have it, the shaft is out. Obviously that's the driver's side that I'm going to be changing. Driver's side, sorry. Out the in, out. In, out, shake it all about. That is the outside CV joint from the driver's side. This is the inner, and this is the split shaft I was telling you about. So that spline there goes over that basically, and yeah, you don't need to take those 3 bolts out. I was just obviously exploring what to do, but yeah, there's one there, one up there, and one up there. You don't need to take those out to get the drive shaft off. Clean that up now, take this off, and put the new one back on. The end of it is off the drive shaft. There's the old circlip I was talking about, and that just sits in that groove there to obviously stop that from just coming off. So yeah, there's the old boot. Throw all this away now, put the new shaft on. In that last clip I said I was about to put the shaft on. What I meant was the CV joint onto the shaft. But just before I put it on, I was going to show you that circlip I was talking about earlier sits in that little channel you can see in there. So basically now we've got 2 lots of grease, so I'm going to use them both. That's those packets there. One of them I'm going to smother right into there, so that's all nice and lubed up, and then the other one is going to go into the boot, and then we can slide this back over there, and then the shaft will be ready to go back on the car. Shaft is back on to the inner part of the shaft, obviously where the split is. Put the bolts back in. Joint is on. These horrible nasty clip things are on. Bloody hate them. They are so ridiculous. But they're on. Obviously there's one on the back as well, just there. So basically going to put all this back together now. And yeah, I've cleaned the threads out from the hub with a wire brush and some brake cleaner. There we go. That is pretty much all done back up, apart from the wheel going back on. So that's done up to spec. I'd taken the bolts out for the caliper, and obviously that one for the disc. They're all done back up. Tie rod bolts done back up, and the level ball joints done back up. So like I say, all that's left now is to put the wheel back on and hope that that has fixed my issue, because if not, then I don't know, maybe a whole new drive shaft, who knows. But I'll update you once I've put the wheel back on and took it for a little drive. So guys, I can report the car is actually sorted. Fingers crossed, everything seems like it's okay. The noise that I had, that I put at the start of the video, that's gone. I haven't heard it since. I've actually had the car going for a couple of days. Yeah, a couple of days now, and it's been fine. nothing's fell off either. It's always a bonus, isn't it? So yeah, I think that was what the noise was all along. If you enjoyed the little video, I know it's not been a very long one, but if you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new, stick around because there's some cool mods coming in the next couple of videos, so stay tuned. See you guys soon.